Hello people, how una day? How you doing? Hope you're having a nice weekend. This is the best place to be where we give you trending, exciting, reliable and authentic happenings in Nigeria and more. And you know that this is Saffron Media and we are in the business of giving you the latest, the hottest, most reliable and authentic happenings in Nigeria. Yes, and don't forget that Edo State election is very close and Iyamu has made a complaint saying that it is unfortunate for him to be linked with the PDP 700 million naira campaign cash, that it is so unfortunate. Remember the last time he spoke, he said he wasn't even part of the money, but yet he's been mentioned for fraud regarding the money. But really, there's more to this because in the first instance, this was not the report we had, but now because it's in the APC and there are different reports regarding this, he's now, saying it has to do with the PDP and it has nothing to do with him. Anyway, I'll bring you details of this shortly. But before then, if you haven't subscribed, please endeavor to hit the subscribe button and also give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell, because that is the only way you get notified anytime we drop a new video. Okay, guys, let us dive right into the details of this report. Says the governorship candidates of the All Progressive Congress APC in Edo State, Pastor Iyamu, has described as unfortunate his involvement in the disbursement of the 700 million naira, which a former petroleum minister made available as campaign cash for the election of former President Goodluck Jonathan in Edo State in 2015. Pastor Iyamu, who spoke at a media briefing in Abuja, said, "It is unfortunate that I went to PDP in 2015 and had to be asked to sign and confirm the 700 million naira, which was shared with the local government chairman of the PDP in Edo State. The money was not even enough for the campaign, and the late Anini had to add his cash to make up the disburse to the chapter chairman. When the EFCC first accused me of collecting 700 million naira for campaigns, the late Anini wrote a letter to the anti-graft agency absolving me of any wrongdoing, but the agency ignored the letter and took me and the PDP chairman and others in Edo State to court. My conscience is clear over the 700 million naira, as I did not take a dime for personal use. Those who got the money are alive, but I have to take the matter as a burden of leadership and move on until the matter is resolved by the court." Yes, that was the words from Iyamu, as he says that the 700 million naira was actually disbursed and he had nothing to do with that money. That money was actually meant for the local government chairman of the PDP back then in 2015, when President Goodluck Jonathan was actually running for the post of the president back then, and it was actually meant for the local government chairman to be disbursed among themselves. He said, but he has nothing to do with that money, but somehow he got involved, and now he is the one suffering it. He said he could remember then that even the late Anene has actually cleared him of everything, that he even added his own cash for the election to move forward. But unfortunately, he said he went to PDP in 2015 and he regrets that move. He said, and he was asked to even sign to confirm the 700 million naira, which was shared among the local government chairmen in the PDP in Edo State. He said these were the mistakes he made and he's paying dearly for it. He said the money was not even enough, as he said earlier, that Anene had to add his own cash to make up the disbursement of the chapter for the chapter chairman back then. He said even when the EFCC first accused him of collecting 700 million naira for campaigns, he said the late Anini also wrote a letter to the anti-graft agency absolving him of any wrongdoing. He said, but the agency ignored the letter and took him and the PDP chairman and others in Edo State to court. But really, the only thing I keep wondering is why the case has not been judged since then. Does it mean the case was swept under the carpet? Or does it mean that somebody went ahead to ensure that the case was not talked about? Because really why this case is coming up is because he is running for the post of the governorship candidate in Edo State. And, people had to clear the air that, okay, even if you had to come out as a governor, you have to be cleared of whatever thing that was, leveled against you some years back. And that is why the case is coming up. Does it mean that because he's not running for the post of the governor, that means this case wouldn't have been talked about? Because really, the way it is sounding because perhaps is now becoming running for the post of a governor. That is why this case is brought up again. He said even those who got the money are alive, that they should go and ask them, because he said, but now it is a burden to him and he has to move on until the matter is resolved by the court. So my concern, like I said, is does the court that has been on this case since 2015, is it that they don't care about the lives of the people, that a fraud issue could be lingering since 2015? There was no report of whether the case was adjourned to so time or anything. The case was totally forgotten until now that is about to run for a campaign. I think these are things that should be dealt with in Nigeria, because really, if he is, even if he's just a member of the party and such cases leveled against him, he should be cleared. Because of course, the courts have served him that, okay, you have been alleged of fraud of 700 million naira by other parties, or perhaps the opposition party at that time. And for over 4 years, nobody heard about it. Nobody talked about it until now. And now he's saying it is a burden to him because he had to take part in that sharing of the money. And he was the one that collected it. He said he was the one that went to the bank to actually collect the money, and he signed that he collected. He said that is his only crime. He said, but everything that has to do with the money has nothing to do with him. But earlier, that was not what we heard. That was not the case, as it may. Yes, at the earlier stage, he wasn't even talking about Goodluck Jonathan's campaign. He was talking about that of Adams Oshiomhole. And now there are so much different parts or sides of the story that we keep hearing on a daily basis, and different stories keep cropping up regarding the 700 million naira. Well, he said, like he already mentioned, he said his conscience is clear that he never stole the money. But anyway, let the court decide, because of course, when that time comes, we'll get to know the real truth about this money. So my people, you've heard it all. Whatever you have to say, please drop it in the comment section. We'll be waiting to hear from you. And if you have comment reservations, please drop it also. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you for staying tuned. Do have a pleasant time. Bye for now.